Okay, so welcome everybody to this month's Zoom. For May, we have Miss Susanna Mittermaier on with us, talking about being different, being in business.
Susanna Mittermaier.
And could someone mute Agnes? She might be translating. Thank you. Or doing something else, multitasking. So before we get started, a couple things, you guys. I know as facilitators, you get lots of emails. So I just wanted to tell you about a few things going on in case you missed emails. One thing, tomorrow, Simone Millicis is doing a Zoom on More with Business and Money. It's just a one-time Zoom, and you guys have a 50% off code. So it came in your email. It's in English and Spanish and Portuguese. So if you guys would like to join that, I can put the link here as well and the code. So if you're interested in that call, you guys can come on that. She wanted to gift you guys that special deal for being amazing facilitators. And she's also going to be, I know, depending on your licenses, you need to do a renewal class each year, and you have lots of choices. They're pretty much like 3 or more day classes with Gary, with Dane, the COPs, with Simone and Brendan, or Gary and Dane. And also part of that is Simone does a Business Done Different 3-day class too, which you can also renew your license with. And she has a couple coming up, one in Mexico and one in Brazil, which will also be in Spanish and Portuguese. So if you guys are looking for other business creation tools, we'll talk about it a lot today with Susanna, and there's always so much more. If you read the Joy of Business book, it gives you a taste of what's possible with Simone, a taste. So just so you guys know, that's all something that's available. There's also we're starting to do, because these calls we've made very much about creation for all of you guys. So whether you're a CF, a BF, a facelift facilitator, a body process facilitator, the guests we're having on these for you are all about that it could contribute to no matter what you're creating, your business, to be inspiring. And then we do know that you might have some of those questions because there's always new facilitators. And we had a huge new group last month, which is amazing. So a lot of those like detailed questions you might have, like specific to maybe running a bars class or offering facelift sessions or whatever that might be. We're having like an office hours now about once a month that you guys can come on to ask like your specific questions, so we can really have more one-on-one if it's more of those logistical things. And the next one of those is, Betsy, you may be able, it's next week, right? Or maybe it's
yeah, I think it is next week.
It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, the first office hours.
Oh, right.
So tomorrow at 2 hours before this time. And so you guys would have gotten an email. There'll be a reminder email going out. And so we will send that out to you guys. And if you want to be on there, that would be great. For bar stuff, if you guys haven't been in the Ning recently, there's some new things in there. There's a beautiful PDF that's kind of information all about bars. We designed it for like the media or people coming to these media events where we invite influencers from social media, people who write for magazines, editors and things like that to come and get their bars run. And so it's a very beautifully laid out, like what is bars, what does it do? It has links to the research, and it's beautifully designed, and you can email it to people. Like if you're wanting to go to even like a school or your police department, whatever that is, it's a great document that you can send or print out and give to people. And it was redesigned really well by Justine, our PR person, and their team. So that is on the Ning, and we can put the link in the chat too. Just so you guys know, there's lots of stuff in there and we add to it. And that's one of the newer things that I can think of that I wanted to tell you about.
Yeah. And two, also that is also being translated in a lot of languages. So, and as soon as that's pretty and ready, we will have it uploaded to the Ning for you.
Yes, thank you. So that will be in languages. It's just, no, that takes a little bit of time. German is one of the priority languages since Susanna is actually having a Media Day event in Vienna next month. So that's really great. I know a lot of other questions we get about are all the intro classes you can facilitate. One of which is one based on Susanna's book, Pragmatic Psychology, Crazy Tools for Being Happy. There's a really great intro for you guys to do on how different are you willing to be. And those have like mini manuals and graphics. That's just one of them. And then there's one on the money book, how much are you willing to receive? One on the joy of business book, one on an intro to bars class. Are there any I'm forgetting? I'm sure. That's 4. But if you go,
Money is the problem you are is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Being You book, if you've done a Being You class with Dane or one of the Platinum Being You facilitators, there's that Stepping into Being You intro class too, which is awesome. So all of that info is also on the Ning. We're always adding new pictures that we pull from social media, or when we go to classes and take some photos of people running bars. And those are there for you guys to use on your website, to put in emails, to put on social media, to make graphics with. Those are all there for you, and we're always adding to it. So just so you guys know, I know the Ning has so much stuff on it. Sometimes it's a little bit like, oh my gosh, where is everything? But know that those are there. I just wanted to point those out, those classes. The other thing I want to mention, and we'll be doing another special Zoom about this, but a couple months ago, we launched the research program that you could participate in, that Dr. Terry Hope created a new website and a survey that you guys as practitioners, if you're running bars or facilitators, and you have someone that has either anxiety, depression, pain, or stress, and they'd like to be part of the study, basically they take a few minutes and fill out some questions on a survey. You run their bars, or they can opt to also like lay down for 30 minutes or I forget the amount of time exactly. And they then fill out some post-session questions. And so far we've had some responses back, and we would love to have thousands, because that research is going to contribute to all of you guys when you take bars out there and want to give a little bit more information and research about it. So we're sort of creating, a month where we're going to really pull with you guys to create events. You can run a lot of bars and maybe make it easier for you to get those responses in. But so you guys know, that replay of the Zoom is on the Ning, and we're also making like kind of a little cheat sheet or a simple PDF with how to use that survey, because I know you all are humanoids and you're like me, and sometimes we don't want to rewatch a whole hour Zoom to go back for information. So we're going to send that out again with the link, so that you guys, if you'd like to be a part of that, and people that you're running bars are willing to fill out a few questions. That is in a lot of languages too. And the more people we get to fill that out, the more data we can have and share with the world. Cool. So I think that was just a few things I wanted to mention. And Susanna, if you guys don't know Susanna Mittermaier, she's an amazing certified facilitator, a psychologist, author, speaker. She travels around doing all sorts of classes and events. And so she has a lot of great information on creating classes, creating a business, traveling, hosting, being happy, being different. And so she's on here for you guys. Like, she can start off, but really your questions too for her are such a contribution. So please unmute to ask questions. You can also put them in the chat, but if you're willing to ask them out loud, it's fantastic too. That'd be great. So Susanna, thank you for coming on today.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm so happy. Man, wow. So I didn't actually know if I could make it today. I was in bed after the 7-day with a beautiful fever. So, but I'm really happy. I so wanted to do this call anyway. So, yeah, if you all, I'm sure you heard, we just had an awesome class that Dr. Dane here facilitated in Malaysia, 7-day. It's one of those events that change everything. And wow, big time wow. And for me, realizing that exactly, holy fuck event, as Rachel writes. So one of the things I realized when we create our business, when we create our classes, it's about how big are you willing to have your perspective? Like, how far in the future are you willing to look? So because we talk about what's different, right? That's the topic. So I'm trying to stay on topic. No, not really, but starting out with it. So what's normal in this reality is to look at your part. What do I get out of it? That, how can I benefit? How can I make sure I'm not losing? Like, this is how most of us probably have been brought up. I don't know how about you, but I've been told when I was a little kid, I'm just happy and, share everything, whatever it is, food. I usually had this really, really big lunchbox with me to school, way too much for my body. But just like really cute from my parents, like, oh, here's your food. And then what I did is just like I shared with everyone. And so I heard, that's not a good thing because, where are you? What does that leave to you? And so what we usually learn in this reality is it's not a good thing to be generous. It's not a good thing to have a bigger perspective. You have to make sure that you get out of the thing, sorry. My body is really mutating. It's amazing. So it's like what we've been taught is just to look at what we're supposed to get out of and what's our part. And one of the things that was so different about this recent class was more than ever before considering this bigger perspective of what if you look 10,000 years into the future. And notice, like, it's unfathomable for the brain because you're like, whoa, 10,000 years into the future, but that's beyond my lifespan, but just get the energy of it. If you look like 6 months into the future and try to create from there, what's the energy of that? We have someone translating it. Okay. So, and if you look 10,000 years into the future, that's Alba. I hear you, Alba. I think you need to mute yourself. So if you look 10,000 years into the future, what's the energy of that? So is there a difference between the first and the second? Is there maybe more peace and ease when you have the second perspective? And that's a different way of going about creating, because it's normal to stress. It's normal to force your creation. It's normal to make sure you get it done. It's normal to have problems, exactly like Kristen writes. It's normal to have problems, but when you look from the bigger perspective, problems disappear. Yes. So creating from a different space is something that we totally opened up at the recent class. And I know, like in the videos from Dane and the people who were there, we keep on referring to that class, and it might be annoying, like, oh, why are you talking about that class? Because when things like that occur and there are big classes like that, you're part of it, whether you're there or not. And it really helps if you acknowledge that you can actually receive from the things that are going on around the world. And like Dane said it in a video so gracefully. It's like the people who are there on his Facebook Live, that was yesterday, I think. Like the people who are there live, yes, they're creating that space, but it's a space that's opening up for all of you. So everything, all this space that's been opening up, and everything doesn't allow you to receive what works for you, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So again, normal is to create your business and your classes from force, from worrying, from stressing, from the what's not there. That's normal. That's this reality. But creating from the gratitude of what is there and asking what else is possible, that gives the fuel to your business. Like, it's incredible. And I used to be someone, I grew up in Austria, and then I moved to Sweden when I was about 19, and I started to become a psychologist, and then I found Access, and I started to use the tools in my work. And it's the first moment, and first I was employed and had a normal job, full-time job, and and then the first moment when I started to have my own business, I started to get so stressed. I thought, oh my God, I have to fill every moment with something to do. And I used to know, I have 5 minutes where I'm doing nothing. Oh my God, something is wrong. Something is wrong. I have to fill it with something to do. So what I saw is that in this reality, it's normal to worry and to stress and to look at what's not there. And then after some months, having my business, because I started to do classes next to being employed as a psychologist. And then this started to become so big that I didn't have time for my job anymore. So, and what I realized a couple of months into my business was, oh my God, I'm not having fun anymore. Like the fun is gone. And I'm asking myself, so why did I actually create my own business? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And I'm like, oh, it's actually to have fun and to do it my way and find out what is my way of doing business, what is my way of creating classes, and also what would I like to create in the world. And that's that bigger perspective. It's the bigger perspective of rather than falling into the trap of this reality of, oh, what's my part and what am I going to get out of it? It's the becoming clear for yourself. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And that's the bigger perspective. And what happens when you have that is you start to have a bigger space for you to receive. You have a bigger space to be. And we called it be-seiving at the 7-day. It's like being and receiving because it's going hand in hand. Like the space where you allow yourself to receive from everywhere and be everything. And that's a big part of creating business from a totally different space. Like imagine not worrying about getting people to your class. So everywhere you made it normal to worry, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and yawns. And what if that space of ease, joy, and glory and the embodiment of ease, joy, and glory is actually something we are making not only valuable, but also normal on our planet? What if, you're inviting people to come to your classes and the tagline, the mantra of Access is all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. So you inviting to that space, what if you are the person who embodies that and starts to live it more and more and more? And when you wake up in the morning, and something comes into your world, you don't make it relevant. You don't make it significant. It's like a choice we have. It's not about being perfect. Oh my God, that would be so boring. It's just about, allowing yourself to be different and being happy. Oh my God, that's different. That's very weird for many people, but it works. It's very pragmatic to be happy. So everywhere you're inventing worry about your classes and your business, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and yawns. And so the thing with worrying about creating classes and business and getting enough people to come, how much is that where you keep having one foot in this reality? So I don't know if this is something you all have heard, but we talked about in the classes about there's this reality. This reality functions from good, bad. It's all about polarity, everything that's positive or negative. And it's normal to judge. You have to draw conclusions. Your past determines your future and all that stuff. You're not supposed to have choice. Not too much change. No. Not too happy. Definitely not alive. No. Fit in. Be like everybody else. So that's this reality. And then that beyond this reality is where truly all of life comes to you with ease and joy and glory. So now moving from this reality to beyond this reality where everything truly comes to you with ease, joy, and glory, how different would you have to be willing to be to have that level of ease in your life and business and classes? So everything that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And it's notice you can just check in your head things that come up oh shit, I won't have friends. Whatever, I wouldn't have anything to talk about. Whatever that is. Oh, I thought it was a question. Thank you, Betsy. So having that level of ease, I mean, it's really cool to be honest to ourselves and be vulnerable with ourselves and look, okay, so I say I'm asking for money. I say I'm asking for ease, joy, and glory and a big business. Okay, awesome. So now I'm asking for it. Next step. Am I truly willing to be it and receive it? And that's the part where you want to be really honest with yourself. Yeah. So everything doesn't allow that. Everything doesn't allow you to know that you have the courage to truly turn on the lights and see what's true for you. Will you just join and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and yawns. Because, you know, when we keep on asking, hey, universe, what's possible for me to have gazillion, mozillion dollars and a wonderful car and whatever, 10,000 people in my classes. That's great. It's great to ask. And it's even greater and more helpful if you are super like present and clear on, okay, so how much am I allowing myself to have now at this point in these 10 seconds? This can change tomorrow. But what if you look at, okay, so I'm asking, like if you look at your business, or okay, so look at your business and what are you asking for? What's the next thing you're asking for? Like what is it you would like to create with your business? And notice when you ask that, it might not be that you have words for it. And you might not have a picture or a visualization for that. Say that 3 times fast. So, so I'm very self-entertaining, even when I'm having a cold. So, okay. So you ask for this, and then just become clear of what's the next thing I'm asking for with my business. Okay. And you might not have a picture, you might not have a word for it, but just get the energy of what it is you're asking for. What's the next thing? And then ask, so, okay, I get the energy of what I'm asking for. All right. Don't define it. Don't make it, I am asking for this. Yeah. Okay. Don't make it solid or significant or I shall have this. No, like keep it easy, space. Yeah, just be with the energy of it. And now ask just casually from a total, space, not making it relevant or significant, just like, oh, it would be great. So what would I have to be willing to be and receive to create and actualize this with total ease? And everything that does not allow that times a God city and I destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Grant, very grateful to witness Susanna's self-entertainment. Seems to be working in Canada as well. I love it. I adore you too, Albita. So it's basically just becoming clear of what am I asking for, and then also becoming clear of what is it time for now? Like how much of that am I truly willing to let into my world? Because to have the money you're asking for, to have the business, like what would have to change in your life? What would you have to change about you to be able to have that and receive that? Because it's like, it's not just like, oh, there, people coming, my business is coming bigger and I'm going to have a lot of money. It's like those big changes also ask you to open up and be a bigger space. So everything that does not allow that times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I actually would like to give you guys a process. I'm just going to look for it really quickly. It's one of the processes that I have been running up and down and all around, and it's from Gary and Dane. Actually, don't know exactly if it's from Gary or Dane, so I'm saying Gary and Dane. So it's give me a second. So it's something that we keep functioning from, and this is something, okay, so we just talked about being vulnerable and being really honest to yourself. Because, what if it's not about being perfect? Oh my gosh, it's so exhausting to be perfect. Tried it, been there, done that. Oh my God, over it. So everything that is, everywhere you try to be perfect, which is so exhausting and boring, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and yawns. Being you is way more fun than being perfect. Oh my God, and way more creative than being perfect. So there it is. Got it. So here's a process that I've been running over and over again. And it's, being really vulnerable and clear with yourself on where, in which parts of my life am I still trying to be right? Or in which parts am I still trying to be wrong? Because how wrong are you trying to be with business? How wrong are you trying to be with money? How right are you trying to be when you create with a team? Oh, this is the way it's supposed to be done, my way or the highway or whatever, and it's all those places that fuck us up in our creation. Every time you try to be right or wrong or any of that, then you're actually fucking up and limiting your creations. And there's an easier way. And again, that is being in this reality. As long as you fight, you have a foot in this reality. And so I'm going to run that process. And I'm just wondering, would it be easy for the translators if I post it in the thing here? Yeah? Okay. Good.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm posting it here. So what jails are you using to create the dominance of equals MC squared? As always having to be all right or all wrong as the only choice in life and living that keeps you from having and creating a totally different reality with no conclusions than anyone else can have. And everything that is times a godzillion. Wait, sorry, will you destroy and create it? I forgot to send it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, minutes. I'm so wrong. I forgot to send it.
So loop that puppy. Loop it.
Oh my God. Right? It is so brilliant. And it's like, it shows you those subtle places where you didn't even realize that you're functioning from rightness or wrongness. I found places where I'm like, oh my God, oh, that's why people, go like this in this area, or that's why this doesn't, run as smoothly as I would like it to. Oh, I'm trying to be right or wrong. And it's like some places we know because it's so obvious, but there are these subtle places where like, that makes sense. Okay, now I can make a different choice. I don't have to be right. I don't have to be wrong. I don't have to come to conclusions. I can just make a choice, and that choice creates awareness. Way too easy. So what if what if the only problem is that life is too easy? So what jails are you using to create the dominance of equals MC squared? I actually have that t-shirt on me today. But it's in German. It's funny. So what jails are you using to create the dominance of equals MC squared as always having to be all right or all wrong as the only choice in life and living that keeps you from having and creating a totally different reality with no conclusions than anyone else can have? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and yawns. Yeah, exactly. Me too, Emily. Been running it like crazy. It's on a loop. I have it with me all night. Because imagine what would be possible for each and every single one of you with your business if you wouldn't function from right or wrong anymore or conclusions. What would be possible for your financial reality? What would be possible for access consciousness in the world? What would be possible for the planet? Like if we have that bigger perspective, then holy moly, unstoppable. And also everywhere you're separating your business from access consciousness, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and yawns. We talked before about if you want to change something, you have to be willing to be and receive on a bigger level. Like if you want to have more money, You have to be willing to be more and receive more. If you want to have a bigger business, you have to be willing and choose, not just be willing, but actually choose to be more and receive more. And if you want to create with your business and you say, this is my business, you know, and you, my precious, and you call it your little thing that you are the CEO of, you know, and I am totally independent. I don't need anyone, you know. That's such a humanoid way of functioning. We're so cute, you know, when there's this whole big organism called access consciousness. It's actually an organism. It's like, I see it like, you know, it's changes, it lives, it, you know, moves. So you have this whole big organism of access consciousness desiring for you to succeed and to contribute to you. And then most people go, no, this is my business. So everything that is, and everywhere you're separating from everything that truly desires to contribute to you, will you please destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what are you trying to prove with doing it all by yourself? And everything that is times godzillion, sorry, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And, you know, money, everything thrives from you actually being willing to be and receive. By the way, if you haven't watched Our Planet on Netflix, I can so recommend it. So if you have Netflix, there's a series called Our Planet. And I watched it. It's about 7 or 8 episodes. And holy moly, it is so incredible. Because it really shows you how our business can function as an organ. Like you can extrapolate. It's about, of course, it's not about business like in the pictures, but you could easily extrapolate and see how the animals, how they play with each other. Every animal has their speciality, their superpower, you know, and then another animal comes that has their superpower and they're like interacting and making it greater for both of them. And for the surroundings and for everybody. So it's this way that, you know, nature functions so naturally, where everybody is the difference that they are, the greatness that they are, the amazingness that they are. And then they just be it. They don't have the point of view, oh my God, I'm too great. I'm taking away from a tree next to me. Oh my God, I'm such a horrible, I'm so wrong. You know, I'm so fucking wrong. Oh my God. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And so, you know, everybody has their, yay, I'm the greatness that I am. Of course I'm going to be it. And I'm going to receive from everybody around me. And I'm going to allow this other animal to make me greater. And I'm going to add to their greatness. And all together we can actually create a sustainable living earth. What if we function like this? You know, what if we function like this? What if you are that greatness with no excuse, shamelessly being the greatness you are, and at the same time receiving someone else's greatness, like going, oh my God, I admire this person. Wow. And you receive their greatness which makes you greater. And you receiving their greatness makes them greater. And they can receive your greatness whether they choose it or not. That's up to them. But them not choosing it or choosing it never diminishes you. So everything that is, will you destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And so everything could thrive. And that's where we function from total communion and no separation. And if you have seen the pictures where we started the class on the beach at the 7-day, one morning, Dane had the idea to, you know, just stand at the beach, and we ran restoration of communion with earth, holding each other's hands and like running the process through our feet. And then we moved it out up to our hands. And then we allowed the restoration of communion to run in our whole bodies. And then you could see how but you could perceive how it spread out to everybody and how it contributed to the earth. At the same time, the earth contributed to us and was this big symphony of wow. And it was just incredible. It was communion and no separation. and the earth changed. Like the ocean before was this cute little ocean, very calm. Every time we were there, I'm just a little water. And then the next day it was, I'm an ocean. I'm a fucking ocean. I have waves, I actually come in. I have it was not since then, it was not a calm water anymore. And there were animals showing up. We saw otters. We saw all kinds of different animals that we didn't see before. Everything was just more alive. And that's what happens when you be and receive, when you allow yourself to be the power and the potency you are, at the same time receive, and with gratitude, acknowledge what's there. So what is already there for you that you are not acknowledging? And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And Emily was posting the Facebook Live from yesterday from Dane. Please watch it. It's absolutely incredible. It has this energy of showing you what else is possible.
That wasn't even the Facebook Live. That was the pictures from the beach day.
Oh, sorry.
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And did you see Mary's asking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about that part of the clearing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just saw it. It's with no conclusion and anyone else can have. Oh yeah, so that ties totally into the topic of today, because having conclusions is normal. Having no conclusions is absolutely different. So, for example, I'm just thinking of, I have a lot of speeches at different, psychiatry or neurology conferences. And what they ask me when I speak there is to present in an abstract. And an abstract, it has different parts. It's like an objective and a background. And at the end it says conclusion, so you're supposed to draw a conclusion. And this reality asks you, so when I speak, they expect me, so now you've presented this, la, 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 and now, okay, what's your conclusion? Rather than leaving them with big questions, inviting them to choose what they know. And so that is being different. And it works. It works even in normal settings like psychiatry conferences, in hospitals, in everywhere where you are. You don't have to do what people expect you to. You don't have to come to conclusion. You don't have to present conclusions. You can be different. You can allow yourself to be different. And that's what people thrive for. That's what people are looking for. Because normal is already taken. Everybody's normal. That's that seat is taken. But if you are a different space and you actually speak to what else is possible beyond this reality, then you become so irresistibly that people just want to listen to you. So everywhere you try to be normal and think that's how you can become successful, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And the crazy different part is the willingness to have no conclusion. It's like no conclusion at all. And it seems so cozy and satisfying somehow to have a conclusion. Then I have it all ducks in a row. When I have my conclusions, then I know what I'm going to do, and it seems very satisfying for the brain. But it doesn't create. It keeps you in that little box called this reality. It doesn't allow you to truly go beyond and go, okay, I'm gonna explore the land of undefined and see where it takes me and see what next step I can make that allows me to expand my world. So that's the beyond conclusion part. So I can keep on talking a lot, but I actually want to know, do you guys have any specific question about you, your life, your business, your classes, or anything else that you would like to know?
It's not really a question, but
I hear Nadine, but I don't see you.
I'm here.
You're
somewhere.
here. Okay. Oh, yeah, there you are. Okay, cool.
Half naked.
Perfect. That's just the way we want it.
It's so interesting what you were talking about, the change from the 7-day. It was really intense the last two weeks at home. And what occurred was that I've stopped a lot of doing in business. And I perceived that was my way to pretend. You don't do it, but you don't have it, but you pretend to do control. I have it on control. The business, the money thing, everything is going and flowing when I'm doing. And that was such a wow thing that I really recognized, oh my God, I'm doing control. And it's so relaxing and nurturing for the business that I always say, it's working, it's going, it's I don't have to do that, everything is working.
Yeah.
And it's so this reality, and it's, for me, it has been so this controlling thing. And
yes,
what else is possible with letting go more of this controlling thing?
And guys, this is a miracle. Okay, this is coming from Germany, Austria, and Switzerland right now. Okay, so if we can give up control, I dare you in all other countries. Because I used to have that too so much. I'm like, wow, if I wasn't doing, and making sure things are getting done and are happening, I'm like, oh my God, things are slipping out of my way and it's not going to happen and I'm going to lose and oh my God, all this stuff. But this is this reality. This reality wants you to stress, to not be the greatness you are. And then having that space of knowing, okay, I actually know when action is required, and not from action is required, I have to do something, but like the subtlety of awareness, when action is required, okay, now it's actually time to make that phone call. Now it's time to check the email. Now it's time for whatever it is. So everything that does not allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive, that what's required to expand and to create and actualize whatever it is you are asking for, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all 9 shorts, boys. Mirjam and Simone is writing, this was judged as lazy to not do all the time. Exactly. So everywhere ease, joy, and glory has been misidentified and misapplied with laziness and wrongness. Will you please destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And it's like, just trust that like from that space, like if you function from, oh my God, I have to do from this little contracted something, you have no other choice than to be stressed or to get a burnout or to be depressed or frustrated about your business and your classes. But if you function from a bigger space, then you can relax. And then from that, know when it's time. Is it now time to just, watch a movie, get a massage, whatever, get my nails done, whatever's fun for you, and when is it time to do something different? Alba is writing, I can't speak, but my question is about host. I've been demanding people to contribute to my business, and the people that have showed up, it's like I'm stepping stone. It's like I'm a stepping stone, but not really committing to create. What do I need to change? I'm just trying to understand the question. Let me see. So
they're treating her like she's a stepping stone, but they're not committed to. I think that's what she's saying. But they're not.
Oh,
great.
Thank you.
Change?
Thank you. So, okay. So these are two different things. So you have to be willing to be a stepping stone for the people that create with you and that you create with. It's like that bigger picture. It's like it doesn't matter that they learn everything from you and then go off and do their own thing. It's like if you look from a bigger picture, that's actually cool. If they learn from you and go off and do something bigger, yay, that's awesome. Like, what gift are you that you haven't acknowledged? You know? So just be grateful when people come and they use you. So everywhere you're refusing to be used, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You know, that's again that willingness to be everything. And it's like, if you look from a benevolent perspective for the good of all, and you go like, hey, we have a world to change. We can't worry about giving people too much or them getting something and running away. It's like, if we have a world to change, how cool is it that more and more and more people are having these tools and using them and becoming successful and have a lot of money? Because if we all have money and are successful, world, watch out. Okay, so everything that is, and everything does allow you to be benevolent, all of you, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. And benevolence includes you. So when you create with a host, always check if that actually matches with you energetically. Is this someone who is energetically compatible with me, the class we're creating, the business? Because then it becomes easier. You know, if there's someone who has...
Like, I like, yes, I would love to have people that are energetically congruent, but if there is no one, or is my conclusion, like, it's just they're all like slow and like, you know?
Yeah, but how different is your speed from most people?
Yeah, I get that, and I would love to communicate with others. It's just like, yeah, but I don't like to just, you know, like slow myself down for others. So
yeah. So what if it's actually not about co-creating? So what if it's actually about you having, like, you have a class, for example, and the host, what if even if the person is not as energetically compatible with you the way you would like it, or maybe you haven't found anybody, but what is the question is that you could ask is, what is that particular person actually contributing to that project or that class?
okay.
And what if I actually, like, be in total allowance of whatever, maybe it's just a little crumb, you know, like for you, you know, if you have a big world and somebody has a smaller world than you, then for them it's like a big universe. For you it's a crumb. But what if that is something that actually contributes to you, you know? And then you can see, okay, cool, so does that class require someone else also? Like does adding another person create for that class? Or another person, like, be willing to add many people. Like, you can have one host, but you can also have one host and one promoter. You can have like different people doing different things, and you don't have to do the same for each class. What I've noticed with my classes is I used to have one model that I tried to put on every class, and now I'm like looking really in it, like really individually with every creation, what it requires. And that looks so different on depending where the class is or who is, where and when, and all those parts, you know. But it's like, and I know the frustration of been there, done there so many times, of people not being as fast, you know, and all of this. And what really helped me is the all right and all wrong process. That is like, because that is still where we try to be right in, like, this speed is the right speed, that speed is the wrong speed, you know, like these are the subtleties that you know still are there for right and wrong. So run the process, because that helped me a lot to actually, you know, have ease with people and working with people so much more, and going, wow, how awesome is this person for doing what they do, and then I can be the leader and see what else is required, you know. Great question. Thank you so much. Yeah. And let's see, how far out do you start setting up and posting a class? Usually half a year or more in advance. I love having those bigger perspectives when I create. It's easier for me. It's easier to do it, but you have to find your way. It doesn't have like don't stress if you don't have it 6 months in advance. Just start wherever you are, and just make it like, ask what way can I do this so this it's easy for me. How can I ask for people to find me in my classes? It's very difficult. Like, ask and be willing to have people show up. It's like dating, or, sex, when we have those questions of who would be fun, who really works for my body. And you go like, what? That person? That's not my category. That's not my kind. That's not my type. And then the body goes, yes, but it is my type. So we have so many points of view often. Who is a good person? Sorry. Who is a good person to work with, and who is our type, and what's our kind of person. So all the reference points you have, what your kind of person is that you would create with, and what not your kind of person is that you will not create with, will you please destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all that shits, boys. That has a lot of charge. Oh my goodness. So all the reference points you all have about what your person is and what's not your person to create with, will you please destroy and create? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh my God. Can you see how much that is limiting you from receiving and adding the people who actually work for you? And you don't have to like the person. You don't have to go out to dinner with them. You can if it creates more, but you don't have to. You don't have to make them your friend. But you can be grateful for whatever they contribute. So let's do this one more time. So all the reference points you have for who you will create with and who you will not create with, will you please destroy and uncreate it times a gazillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And all the reference points you have for your business in general. So all the reference points you have for your business and everything your business has been before this now, will you destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Martha, one more time. Una vez más. So all the reference points you have for your business and everything your business has been before this now, will you please destroy and uncreate it times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And again, run the right and wrong process. Oh my God, it's just rocking. I used to have this, oh my God, like people are not like fast enough, like Simone was talking about. And then this space, of not having to be right about my way. Geez, that's relaxing. And the life form of your class will tell you also what it needs. Like, talk with your class like you talk with a plant. Hey, honey, what do you need? And watering for a class is probably not water, like it's probably, flowing energy to the class, or do you need another person, or yeah, and it will tell you.
And
Can
there's
I
a
ask a
couple people
question?
that have their hand raised. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask you one question. Like, I know that money is a byproduct of our creation and thing, but still, whenever I start thinking about creating a class and all, there is like deep underlying money thing, like creating about money more than the classes thing. So how can I change it? Like,
So, are you avoiding making it about money?
yeah, I've started avoiding it like that.
So what if it's not wrong to make it about the money? So what definitions do you all have about consciousness and doing access consciousness? Oh, it's all about changing people's lives and not about the money. Everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what if it's not wrong to make it about money? What if you go, fuck yes, I'm so looking forward to creating money with this class and all my classes. I'm so looking forward. So everything that doesn't allow that, will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Because if you look forward to it, you have like this, it's gonna come. You have a knowing that you are going to create. You're like, hey, universe, this is what I'm asking for. You have a demand in your world to have money show up. But you're not making it significant. You're like, whenever it comes, I'm looking forward. But you actually include your lust for money. You know, like consciousness includes everything. Yeah, consciousness includes everything, even money, and money is fun. Can we clear something about money and killing? Well, how many lifetimes have you killed for money? And what if that is not wrong? Everything that is, will you please destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Oops. Yeah, so there are like all kinds of lifetimes where we've done funny stuff, and what if that is like bye-bye, you know, does not run your life now. You have choice to create a different future. Yes. Exactly. Cool.
There's one other Gulsun, I might be saying your name wrong, has your hand up. I don't know if they have a question or if you want to unmute. And
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you for all this. It's been amazing. I've been stuck with I've been aware with this thing of being used and abused. The thing is that when people come, I say, okay, I don't have any point of view, and it's a lie because I get stuck with this thing again. So can you give me some awareness about how to deal with this or what?
About the part when you have a point of view, or?
Yes, or
I just didn't understand acoustically.
I get stuck with this of being used, that you don't have the point of view of being used.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you can run an ESC process, like you know that you can fill in the things that you desire not to be, like everything
Yes.
you're avoiding to be, you can fill in and design your own ESC process. So it functions like this. You say, what energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to be? And then you fill in what you're avoiding to be. So in your case, you could do, what energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to be the using, abusing whore I truly be.
Okay.
And everything that doesn't allow that, I destroy and create it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, thanks for laughing. Exactly. So it's in that. And also, like, you take away all the points of view about how horrible that is to be used and abused. You know? And also, who does this belong to, of not desiring to be used? Like, you can also ask, like, who am I being?
Yeah. Yeah. Usually it's from the other person.
Yeah.
That works with me. The thing is that I get stuck with that. Yeah. Yeah.
But what you say is brilliant, because it's like, it's such a rightness to not be used. Like in this reality, people say it's right to not be used. It's wrong to be used. Correct? This is this reality. Yeah. So, but as long as you have a rightness or a wrongness, it keeps you from everything else that's possible. Again, the rightness, wrongness process. You know? So what if it's not right or wrong to be used or to abuse? It's just a choice. And when it's just a choice and it has no charge, you go, okay, actually, you know, what creates the most 10 years, 20 years from now? That. Easy. So you stop avoiding to use, you stop avoiding to abuse, you stop avoiding to be abused, any of those parts.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Susanna, for coming on, even though you are, you know, changing and mutating your body.
So welcome. Thank you so much for having me. It's awesome. And thank you for facilitating classes all over the world. You rock, we rock, and more of that. Okay, let's go. Let's create a sustainable living earth even 10,000 years from now. And everything doesn't allow that. Can we destroy and create it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys. Can we do 13 together? You know, like sustainable living Earth 10,000 years from now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 and 13. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.